Effective leadership is an elusive skill. Because of this, an amazing local program is teaching 68 regional high school students how to be good leaders in our communities. We're sitting down with 4 of them today on Lakeshore Focus. Stay with us.
Programming is supported by NIPSCO. Today's young minds are constantly reimagining what our world will be like tomorrow. That's why NIPSCO is upgrading its infrastructure now, so we're ready for whatever comes next. More information at nipsco.com/future.
Welcome again to Lakeshore Focus, a weekly show highlighting the key issues, important events, and interesting people in our region. I'm Keith Kirkpatrick. When we think of the word leader, our minds tend to jump to elected officials, business CEOs, and local community figures. How frequently do we imagine our youth as leaders? More importantly, what are we doing to shape them into the leaders of our future? The South Shore Leadership Youth for Community Engagement, or SLYCE program, is working to instill important leadership skills and knowledge of our region into our youth. With us today are 4 of the 68 students from the SLYCE program, and we're going to meet them 2 at a time. Our first pair are Adam Kent, who is a senior at Griffith High School, and Michaela Knox, who is a senior at Hanover Central High School. I'm glad you guys are here.
Thanks for having us.
And you both found the station, right?
We did, yeah.
Okay. A little difficult?
A little bit.
Okay.
We'll turn around.
But you're here. So our audience kind of knows, our viewers know who you guys are. Just tell us a little bit about you. I've already told them you're a senior. Some people might say, where is Hanover Central High School, right?
Hanover Central is in Cedar Lake, which even then some people don't know where that is. It's a little bit south. Everyone knows where Lake Central is, so we're south of Lake Central.
Okay. And tell us a couple things you're involved with.
Key Club is my life. I am a lieutenant governor for the Calumet division of the Indiana district of Key Club. And after
tell us
that,
what Key Club is.
Key Club is the world's largest student-led service organization. Pretty much what we do is engage in the community for philanthropic reasons. So we do a lot of volunteerism, service work, etc.
Okay, so, and that's affiliated with Kiwanis International,
Yes.
right? Okay, so a couple other things you might be involved in besides that, that's your whole life, right?
Pretty much. Otherwise, I've been a coach for the Social Studies and Science Indiana academic teams in my school. And after that, I'm in NHS and, other.
The normal run-of-the-mill things that all the leaders are involved in. How about you, Adam? What are you involved in?
I'm one of the 8 members of our GRIFFITH robotics team, which started last year, and we're actually a state champion team from last year, which promising for this year. Other than that, I'm on the GRIFFITH golf team.
Okay, so you're a robotic geek, is that is that what you call yourself, perhaps?
I guess so, yeah.
Perhaps. So how did you guys get into the SLYCE program? What happened to get you in, or how did you find out about it, or tell us the story about that.
Before I was even talked to about SLYCE, my friend Althea McWilliams was in the previous class, and I only briefly knew what it was about, and then all of a sudden one day I was called down to the guidance office, and they said, we're going to nominate you for the SLYCE program.
Did you think you were in trouble?
I kind of go down there a lot,
okay.
but not for like bad reasons, just like, here
you are. So they nominated you for this program?
Yeah.
Why'd you think they picked you?
Well, at that time, I was the president of my school's Key Club, so when she told me that SLYCE was about leadership, I kind of knew, like, hey, I was a leader. But otherwise, I had no idea what SLYCE was really about. I just
Other than
decided.
What Althea told you,
yeah,
right? So you had just some anticipation there. So how about you? How did that happen for you?
Similar thing where it was just one day I got called down to the office, and they were like, hey, are you interested in SLYCE? And I was like, what's SLYCE? And they explained that it was a leadership program and that they saw potential in me. And just, initially I was kind of skeptical why they picked me, but I guess they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and here we are now.
Do you see it now in yourself?
I do. SLYCE has helped a lot in just developing me as a leader.
So you can say, I'm a leader?
I'm a leader.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
So for people who don't really know what SLYCE is, do you have, we've talked about the elevator speech, right? So do you have your elevator speech? So if somebody says to you, Michaela, this program, you're in this SLYCE thing, do you guys like chop meat up, or what do you do in this?
No, we do not chop up meat, but we do develop our leadership skills. And for students and young adults especially, this is important for us to learn how to take over for the next generation. And the previous generation, well, according to, you know, especially Kennedy and whatnot, with service leadership, it's important to know how to lead.
Okay. Is your elevator speech much different than that one?
Not really.
Okay.
It's an awesome program that just hones leadership. Like, it refines you into having the initial potential to go out into the world and do great things.
So have you guys been involved in other leadership development programs? You probably have, right?
Key Club has things like Key Leader, which is a weekend in Camp Tecumseh that is a fun way to develop your leadership skills. And Key Club really focuses on student leadership, teaching how to have more confidence in yourself.
So what's different in this SLYCE program than what leadership development you've been through before?
This is, SLYCE is way more formal. It's more of a classroom setting, plus also giving you the opportunity to make more leadership connections with actual figures in the community, whereas Key Club, you're making connections just in Key Club.
So part of the program is about the community. How do you see that the community part fits into the program for you? What do you see that makes this program a little different than just being a leader in a club or on the robotics team or in the golf team?
Well, each session takes place in different locations around the region, and most of the sessions will give you a little tour. You'll meet leaders for each area, so you kind of get a feel for the region more in depth than you can just driving around, and you meet and learn about issues that are involved in the region and how you could fix them and use your leadership skills specifically for the region.
So tell me somebody who's spoken to the group or you've met that you thought was really quite interesting. I can help you with a name if I need to.
The Rich Gardner, I believe is his name.
Rich,
He's
yeah.
I forget what company he's a part of.
I think at first he was with Skillman Corporation.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just an awesome guy. Anything we ask, he is there. If we need help with this, help with that, need a recommendation, interested in something, he's like, sure, go ahead.
Did he
Awesome.
take you to an event?
I went to the, he invited, I don't recall the exact number, but he invited a few of us to the, I forget what the event was called.
It was a Chamber of Commerce
Yeah,
function, right?
yeah,
A
I believe
dinner
so.
or something?
Yeah, it was awesome just to see how that sort of thing works. It was a great opportunity, and yeah, without him, I probably wouldn't have gone and gotten that
And
experience.
so you got that experience of being in a room full of leaders.
Exactly,
And kind
yeah.
of seeing how they act. Did some of them come up and introduce themselves? Did you
We
meet a
did,
few of them?
yeah, I met a couple of the superintendents for, I believe, Crown Point, and that was an awesome experience. Exchanged business cards, stuff like that. It was very cool.
So how about you? Somebody who you've met or spoke to the group?
It was the mayor of Portage, was it her? I don't
Or
remember.
the mayor of LaPorte,
LaPorte, yeah. LaPorte,
Blair Milo.
yeah. What surprised me about her is that she's so young, but she's done so much. And I think that's really inspiring because I'd like to have, you know, some kind of leadership position when I'm older, but you know, age always seems like a factor that keeps me away from that. But with her, she's young and she's successful as a mayor.
So what did that make you think about yourself when you saw her at her age being the head of a fairly sizable city?
I thought I could be anything if I want. I'm 18 now. Who knows what will happen in 10 years?
So it made you think, maybe I can jump in quicker? Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe the water's not that deep?
Right.
Okay. So where do you both kind of see your leadership into the future? Where Michaela kind of talked about hers. Where do you see your leadership in the future?
I always like to keep my future open, have some feelers in different areas. Hopefully I can secure a leadership position. I know personally I feel a strong leader is one who is ready to supply anybody else with their resources. So if I can get enough resources together where if somebody calls on me and they need a favor, I can help them.
So you've learned that important lesson about resources.
Yes, sir.
So how has this program had an impact on you, besides the mayor? Just overall, how's this program impacted you?
I have a lot more confidence in myself as a leader. Before, in my leadership positions, I never had that actual confidence to stand up in front of my group and talk to them. Now I can stand in front of clubs of 100 students and just talk to them, like each one is an individual.
That program made that happen for you?
Yeah.
What in the program made that change for you?
Well, in this program, we have 68 students. For SLYCE, sometimes we have to stand up in front of our group and, talk to each other. As, like, for our group projects, we have to present what we're doing in front of them,
Okay.
just briefly, and so you learn how to talk to a big group.
So how has this had an impact on you? We're down to a couple seconds here, so.
I think it reassures us that our points are valid, that we are leaders and people will listen to us, and that kind of builds the confidence to be like, yeah, I can talk in front of everybody and they will listen to me.
So that was one of the messages you guys get is you're important.
Yeah.
And you count now, right? Well, thanks for both being on here. It was just great. I loved what you guys had to say. We'll take a quick break and we'll bring our other two students back in a few moments.
We are the curious.
Wow.
The adventurous.
Oh.
Those venturing out for the first time.
And those who've never lost our sense of wonder.
Whoa. You seen this?
We are the hungry.
The strong.
I must be the greatest.
The joyful.
A happy little cloud.
We believe there is always more we can uncover.
More we can explore.
We believe in the capacity for goodness.
And the potential for greatness.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
PBS. PBS.
PBS.
Be more.
Welcome back to Lakeshore Focus. We are continuing our conversation with regional high school students who are participating in a year-long program of leadership development. The program is called South Shore Leadership Youth for Community Engagement, or SLYCE. Our second couple are KALEIGH, who is a senior at River Forest High School, and HAYLIE BIEDRON, who is a junior at Kankakee Valley High School. I probably shouldn't say you guys are a couple, right? Just a couple more students in the program, right?
Yeah, right.
But it sounds kind of cool, HAYLIE and KALEIGH, right?
I like it, right.
Almost, do we get that confused at the program sometimes?
Sometimes I get confused.
Yeah.
Sometimes you guys don't know who you are for sure. So somebody might first of all say, where's River Forest High School?
Well, River Forest is in a small town of New Chicago. However, it's located in between Lake Station and Hobart, near Portage.
How many students are in the school?
There's about 97 in our senior class and probably 420 high schoolers total. And actually, River Forest uses a Hobart zip code and address just because New Chicago doesn't even have a post office. So.
Oh, there we go. Okay. And some people might want to know where Kankakee Valley is, although we have the Kankakee River Valley here, right?
Yes, it's near the Kankakee River, but it's south of here. It's by DeMont. A lot of people don't know where DeMont is either, but it's like about 15 minutes away from Couts.
Okay, you're not in Lake County. You're outside of Lake County, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What town do you live in?
I live in Wheatfield, but I actually live like outside of Wheatfield, so I don't really have a name.
Okay. Are you a farm girl?
Meh.
No,
Kinda.
Just out in the country a little
I came
bit.
from the city, so I'm adjusting.
So I got kind of an urban girl and a country girl here. So we got
Yeah.
a good mix. So tell us a little bit about some of the things you're involved in school.
All right, well, as far as school goes, I'm involved in our academic team, which includes Spell Bowl, Super Bowl, and academic decathlon.
That means you're really smart.
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm also involved in our varsity tennis. I play one singles, and outside of school, I have a job, so.
You work and do sports, and you're really smart. Okay, this is cool. How about you?
I'm on the Kankakee Valley High School varsity dance team. I'm also a freshman mentor, and I also do like the National Honor Society and all the stuff leaders do, so.
So you're smart too?
I would say so.
Okay. Well, would you probably say all the kids in the program that are in there are smart?
Definitely.
Correct.
Pretty smart group.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the other, how would you describe the other students in the program? How would you describe that cohort of 68 students?
I would describe them much like myself. They're very involved in everything in their school. They're always trying to make a difference. And usually they're leaders of everything in their school. So all the clubs, sports, they'll be captains. They'll be leaders of the academic teams. They're just all well-rounded. They have really high GPAs. So they can relate to you in a lot of ways too, which is really nice about SLYCE.
Does it feel like it's really a very diverse group to you?
Oh, for sure. Just walking in the program, it's actually kind of intimidating just because you're so used to being a leader. And then when you walk in this program, you're combined with a bunch of leaders. They're all good at different things, and everything you do, they do too. There is a complete mixture. It's not one class or one race. Just leaders come in all shapes and sizes, and this program definitely goes to show us that.
So tell me one of the high schools or one of the students you've met that you're like, I didn't even know that high school existed or that town existed.
Well, not so much where I didn't know the high school existed, but I've met one person in my service project group. Her name's Morgan, and she goes to Bowman High School in Gary. And I just didn't know a lot about Bowman before. I didn't know it was a private academy or anything,
Right.
so that was very interesting. And she knew a lot about our city, and we were able to help get involved there.
So she gets her name announced on TV, so she's going to be your best friend now.
Right.
So. How about you? Just one of the schools you're like, wow, I didn't even know that school existed or that town.
I would say for River Forest. I'm sorry, I'm just,
Definitely.
like River Forest, I never even thought, just to think. But like, it's so nice having everyone from everywhere from SLYCE because you get to connect with all the other communities and just learn about how you're so alike and different in many of ways.
So I think we've got like 27 high schools, or different high schools in the program, and from all over the region, all the way even over way far to the east, over towards South Bend. So let's talk a little bit about we do a lot of activities in the program, right? It's not just all kind of like people coming and talking to you. Tell me about one of the activities that just, you really got a lot out of. What did you do and what did you get out of that activity?
I would say,
You want to think a little bit?
Yeah, a
You
little
have
bit.
one?
It's not necessarily an activity, but I think the best, it was a little bit of an activity. I think one of the best presentations we got was actually, I forgot his name, but he did come from a program called NERPC, which I know many people in the region have heard about. He actually explained to us all of the walking trails, the water paths, and all of
Mitch
that.
Barloga.
Right, all of that through the region, and I just found that very interesting because I've used them, but I never knew the way in which they linked up, and I mean, they're continually developing them, so I think it's really cool if we can continue using those.
You were impressed, weren't you?
Oh,
with
absolutely.
All those who go. Did that give you a little sense of pride?
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, before SLYCE, I'm not sure I was so confident in the region, but you can see it improving even through the past few years.
Okay. So an activity, perhaps.
I would say the session we had about diversity. That one really hit home with me because when we walked around with all the different posters on the wall and each group had to name all like the diverse things in our region, I was like, wow. So like in a way it seems like we're united as one, but once you walk around the room we're like, okay, this is kind of different.
Do you guys remember the World Trade Game?
Yes, I was going to say that one, yeah.
Did you like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
So explain what that game was a little bit.
So basically we were provided with some different resources such as livestock, gas, weapons, and each person started with, I believe, 3, and we had to go around, trade, or purchase anything if we were given any money, and you basically had to see who ended up with the best resources and who would win, and a lot of us ended up grouping up, forming super groups, and we realized that nothing really had value until we gave it value.
Did your group win?
No.
Did your group win?
I was part of the super group, so.
You were the super group, so you felt like you won, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So how has this changed? Talk a little bit more about how this has changed your perception of this region. I mean, how has it changed how you look at things here?
I saw Indiana, like Northwest Indiana especially, as just cornfields, and there's not much here, you know, as like most high school students do. But like on each tour we went on, in each city and community, you like highlighted every single aspect of that city that really counts. It makes Indiana diverse and unique, and there's actually like a lot here that I didn't even realize.
So on those tours that took you around, showed you where the McDonald's was and the Walmart and all that stuff, was that what we did?
No, you, like for Gary, with all the marshlands, and I always saw Gary, you know, on the darker side, but like just seeing how the community comes together and all the art and just the beauty in it with the land, because I always saw Gary as city, cars, traffic, pollution, but the land there is so pretty and it's just a beautiful place.
How's it changed how you look at this region?
It's definitely improved my view on it. I was aware that the region was kind of a centralized area for highways, and I mean, even things such as like drug trafficking before, and I just always looked at the negative aspects, widening with the mills, but it's actually incredibly diverse economically, and I mean, this area is unique from anywhere else, and I don't think I was completely able to see that in positives before this program, so.
How has this program had an impact on you personally? How do you feel you've changed as a leader?
As you probably remember, I came into this program a shy little girl that was just like, I would shake to speak in front of the SLYCE group, but now I feel much more confident in myself. Like before, when we had our youth service project for youth engagement, I was like nervous to say any idea to my group because like, what do they think of me, what blah, 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 you know? And now I'm like, I have potential. I see I could, like, this could be an idea, this could change our community, I should just say it. And now I'm more confident in me as a leader. And it's just.
So what did you hear from me the first half of the program? Every time, at every session, I would say to you what?
I need to practice speaking louder and find my voice.
Have you found your voice?
I believe so.
I think you have too. How has this had an impact on you?
Going off of what HAYLIE said, I'm definitely more confident in my speaking and leadership skills. I've always been pretty outgoing, but also I was a little bit anxious socially. I was unsure about what people were going to think or what I was saying was right. But now it's more of like, I'm going to express my opinion regardless of who agrees or not. I'm confident in my ideas about this area as well as my ideas about leadership and moving forward.
Okay. I appreciate you both being here. So my last real quick question to you is, are you our leaders of the future?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
So we're going to be looking for your faces and names in the future?
Yes, of course.
Of fixing everything that's messed up right now, right?
Yes.
All of NWI.
All of it.
All right. Thanks for being on the show. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks for having us.
Okay. In Whitney Houston's powerful ballad, The Greatest Love of All, the song begins with these lyrics: I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. I firmly believe in these words. Our young people are the future. They are inheriting this world for better or for worse. We must let them lead the way for so many reasons. Let me share a few. They have fresh ideas, new energy, great insights. They function in a world quite different from the one that previous generations experienced. Therefore, their view of the world is different. They will take greater risk and are not always so very careful to avoid mistakes, which can be a good thing or may cause many pitfalls. Young people, for the most part, are not burdened with the weighty responsibilities of career, family, and finances, yet. Their sight has not been completely obscured by the filters of life experiences. They are smart, determined, committed, and caring. Perhaps the most important reason for allowing them to become instrumental in leadership is this: they have a vested interest. Some of them understand that what is happening today shapes tomorrow. They could be living their lives within conditions created by others, or they can participate and help form what will be. We have now established the importance of letting the children lead the way. Let's look at the second calling in the song: teach them well. We must pass on foundational sets of values upon which they will base decisions and actions. I'm not sure we have to teach them all of the how-tos because they may need to try and use other methods to accomplish their purposes. Further into the lyrics, we are told to show them all the beauty they possess inside, give them a sense of pride. Be encouraging, affirmative, and supportive. Allow their confidence to grow and let them strengthen their resolve and abilities. These beautiful words in the song have one more implied message in the phrase of let go, show them, and give them. It did not say to do it for them. This is tough for parents, teachers, and elder leaders, but it must be done. Most of us learn by doing. Our greatest lessons were the hard ones, and our greatest sense of self comes when we accomplish. The greatest love of all may be when we allow our children to help shape their future. As always, I want to hear from you. We welcome your comments and thoughts about the content of this program. I particularly would like to know what more you might have wanted to hear from our guests today. You can email us at focus@lakeshorepublicmedia.org or reach us on our website. If you have an idea for a topic or specific guest for Lakeshore Focus, send that suggestion to me. We are always looking for interesting content. Join us next week for another Lakeshore Focus. Until then, I'm Keith Kirkpatrick saying, make a positive difference in our world today.
Programming is supported by NIPSCO. Today's young minds are constantly reimagining what our world will be like tomorrow. That's why NIPSCO is upgrading its infrastructure now, so we're ready for whatever comes next. More information at nipsco.com/future.